Okay, and this is kind of the heart of it all as far as existing structures go. And that there is a water tower. You can see it's caving in. It has that ivy top. There is actually a way in it, but it's nothing interesting, and I'm not going in there. I don't want it to cave in on little old me. But then we'll just kind of pan around, and this is the heart of the mill right here. This is the mill works and everything. And we'll just go ahead and check this out. When you're walking along, you can't help but notice big concrete things like this. You start to realize the more you look around here that you're probably not standing on the actual ground. Who knows how many layers down this stuff goes, hence the stairway to nowhere. Well, now that's interesting. I can tell you from younger years, it's a little spooky out here at night. It's kind of a creepy navigation. But I think right here is as good as any to show you guys how these bricks were used. The bricks I showed you earlier, this is what they did. And I can't imagine that, well, as we can see, it's crumbling, yet it's still here. But that's pretty cool, if you ask me. And you can see somebody's color coordinated it because, about 5 to 7 years ago, the graffiti artists found this place. When I first found it, it was untouched, and we can see the moat here. We don't really know how far that goes down, but I can only imagine at the time they were still limited by the water level of the creek just off from us. And there it is. You can see piping and stuff coming in and out of here. So, this was a nerve center. Not too versed on the exactness of an old lumber mill, but I can only imagine that they had every possible technology at their disposal: steam, electricity, water, hydraulic, working for them here. And this right here is what's kind of sketchy, is that over time this deteriorates, and you don't want to be the one who collapses it, who finds the weak spot. When I first discovered this area, this whole wall was here, so this has since fallen in. Oh my God, it appears as though somebody popped out of their top. No, I'm not going to edit that out either. Anyway, yeah, we get this little decline. This is kind of interesting how they connected all this into yet another chamber. That again has that watery moat down in there. Something sat here. I've seen this a couple times. It looks like, what is that, Hazel? Something? Hadsel? Really likes to write on pipes, I guess. So this is kind of interesting. An old door or window casing. It appears as though somebody's got in it to get the lead things out. That's nice. You know, yeah, wait for the scrappers to find it, right? They'll totally destroy it. Yeah. Anyway, when I had first discovered this place, you could still see where the panes were. The panes that go like this. The actual window casing was still in there and semi-intact with exception of the actual glass. We come out here and you can see there's more pipe stuff. And now this out here, you would think, like I was saying, that that is ground, but it is not ground. And I will show you. You can come down here and you can find that this is yet another layer of concrete. Hey, look at that. That's a great big steel fitting of some sort. It's definitely not something I can move. Yeah, look at that. Just sitting here in time. Getting covered with time. But I still feel like I'm on ground right now, but I know I'm not. It goes down further. Sometimes I'm glad that people don't come out and dig it up or anything like that, because they're not going to find anything. That's interesting. Can't imagine what animals hung out in there, made a den in there. And yet, you know, the mystery, some steps up, as I should have took the steps. That mystery of wanting to know versus actual knowing, I think, is what makes places like this so interesting. So, with as much as I want to know what's underground around here, I prefer to just leave it a mystery. You can see this has steps going down. And, you know, we've probed this with poles before, and we get about 10 feet down right here before you hit something. You can see there's a hallway, and who knows? We don't know. Is that stairs? I mean, if you look at that water, let's zoom in on that. Man, I ain't going in that. Anyway, yeah. So, let's see. Little skull over here. Yeah, that just goes under that area. So, I guess, well, see if I can get it. If you see those two uprights there, those are actually pieces of rail that have been stuck in the ground for whatever reason. I have vigorously searched this area before, on foot, just combed through the brush, and you'll find all sorts of stuff. Big gears, big pilings of shavings from like a metal lathe, all sorts of stuff. Let's see if I can get an interior shot from this side. Okay, hey. Oh, Mr. Sun, you're so horribly angled. Anyway, if you can make it out, there's a door casing, or a window casing. Why do I keep calling it a door casing? And then down here, this is murky, gross, deep water. It's about 20 feet deep here. Yep. You can see things hanging off chains and stuff in the silhouette. Big concrete piers, pipes. Okay, so I'm going to regroup. Next location.